Hey everyone, thanks so much for attending the 2024 City of Westland inauguration event. It is great to see you. I am Richard LeBlanc, your Westland City Clerk. It gives me great pleasure today to serve as your Master of Ceremony. And as we begin today's program, I ask that you join me in offering thanks to those who helped put everything together today. We have Shannon Akron, the confidential secretary to the mayor, Kyle Mulligan, Parks and Recreation Director, I know he's here somewhere, Shannon Inman, the deputy city clerk, our cable folks at WLND, the Westland Events Committee, the Department of Public Service, who arranged the whole room, and a handful of staff members from across the city. I wish to say thank you, and I'd ask you to join me. Thank you. They work hard for us. We gather inside City Hall every couple of years to celebrate the continuity of elected government. Each day, our city officials, ranging all the way from City Council up through the mayor, the city clerk, our judges, they join other elected officials that work together to keep the nearly 85,000 residents of Westland in a good place. They also keep Westland strong, which is what we all want. They can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. With your help and with the help of about 325 employees, we come to events like this to celebrate our progress. Now today, there are 5 people that are within the audience. They're going to be taking an oath. They're swearing to do their absolute best on our behalf. It's a legal commitment, but more than that, it's a personal obligation to faithfully perform their duties during their time in the elective office. So with all of that, I'm going to say, let's begin. Will those who are able to stand, please do so. We're going to ask the Westland Police Honor Guard to post the colors, and then when it's done, I'd ask you to remain standing as City Council President Jim Hart will lead us in the pledge. Thank you.
Colors right. Mark. Post colors. Post. Present on. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order on. Lift, face. Forward, march.
Thank you to the Westland Police Honor Guard. How about a round of applause for those folks? And thank you, President Hart, for leading us in the pledge. Please be seated. Except for, we invite to the stage for for welcome and introduction of guests, Councilman Peter Hertzberg.
Good evening and welcome to the 2024 City of Westland Inaugural Ceremony for the 4 Westland City Council members that were elected this past November. I'm honored to be here to welcome city staff, residents, our boards and commissioners, and all the elected officials that are here with us tonight. I'll take a moment to acknowledge Mayor Kevin Coleman. He's in the audience. Our City Clerk Richard LeBlanc is here. Honorable Judge Sandra Cicerelli is in the room. And if you're not familiar with him, State Representative Dylan Wagella is also here. So if we can give a round of applause for our elected officials. While it's always been a custom to acknowledge the hard work of our local elected officials, I just want to take a minute and thank each and every one of you who's in the audience here tonight, who had a stake in the election, who works to better our city. Everyone in here puts in work towards the success of our city, and I'm looking forward to seeing all that's to come in 2024. Typically during this ceremony, you'd be seeing a new face for the first time with a newly elected person, but this year is a little bit unique with 3 members of the City Council that were re-elected, and our brand new council member took office this past November due to the partial term. So in November, the City of Westland overwhelmingly voted for change. Council has already had a chance to work with our new administration. We've been discussing new ideas, new strategies, new initiatives, and I'm looking forward to working alongside my fellow council members to continue serving the residents the best we can with pride, integrity, and passion. Together, we will build a stronger Westland. Congratulations to those taking their oath of office this evening, and I hope that you keep your promises not only today, but throughout the tenure of your tenure as an elected official. Again, thank you everybody for being here tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing those oath of offices. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. For the invocation, please welcome Councilman Jim Godbout.
Thanks. Today we gather here with hearts full of hope and gratitude as we embark on a new journey of leadership and service. The induction of officers is a momentous occasion, a time when we come together to seek divine guidance, wisdom, and strength for those stepping into roles of responsibility. As we start this remarkable chapter, let us offer our heartfelt prayers to the Almighty, trusting in His grace to lead us. Through these prayers, let us ask for blessings upon each of these elected officials and their noble mission. Almighty God, as we inaugurate our new city officials, we humbly ask for clarity and vision. Grant them the insight to discern the path ahead, that they may navigate challenges with wisdom. May they lead not only with authority, but also with understanding hearts. May their decisions be grounded in the well-being of those they serve, and may kindness be the cornerstone of their leadership. May they make decisions rooted in sound judgment, considering the greater good above all else. May their choices be a beacon of light, illuminating the path towards pride, progress, and prosperity. May this occasion mark the beginning of a journey filled with accomplishments and growth. Let our city officials find joy in their achievements and the positive impact they make. We thank you for this celebration and ask for your blessings to accompany all of us. Amen.
Thank you, Councilman. We're now going to move right into the oaths of office. We'll do the oath for the Westland City Council members first in alphabetical order, beginning with our newest elected official in the city of Westland, Emily Bauman, who will be sworn in by the Honorable Judge Donald J. Knapp. Please come on up. This way if you like. Make sure you're both facing that way.
All right.
Augustus. First, I'd like to take a little point of personal privilege. I don't know how this works, but I feel like if you give an attorney a microphone, you're asking for trouble. I'm happy to be here to help my good friend Emily on her special day. I was delighted to be invited to do that because I've known her for a while, and I know that she is very purposeful. She lives a very purposeful life, who's got a strong work ethic and certainly a lot of integrity. And it's almost old home day for me because I had the privilege of working with Judge Cicerelli before I got appointed to the bench. I was an attorney at Fausto and Bond, which is now Fausto and Grisco, and spent a lot of time getting trained up by Judge Cicerelli and Judge McConnell. So with that, you ready? All right, please raise your right hand. Please repeat after me. I, Emily Bauman, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Michigan, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland, the policies and procedures of the Westland City Council, and that I will faithfully perform the duties of a council member to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
I was asked if I was nervous. And they're like, oh, you've done this before. I'm like, okay, great. Yes, I did, but I'm still nervous. I am so humbled and honored to have the opportunity to actually serve Westland. It's really interesting walking through Meyer and looking around and thinking, I represent them. My job is to listen to them and to hear these residents and represent them and do the best I can doing it. I might not be perfect. I might not do it all right, but I ask for help, for people to call me and say, hey, I got an idea for you. Or ask me a question so I can actually research it and look it up and find out what might be the best answer for the residents of Westland. So I'm very privileged with this honor. I can't even express that. And it is, like I said, it is a humbling experience, and you're welcome to call me Emily still. I will say that I just, maybe so. I appreciate the honor, and I do respect the honor of being a councilwoman, but I just wanted to say that, and I thank you. So thank you for coming too, and I look forward to seeing you out and about in Westland. Thanks.
Congratulations, Councilwoman. Next, we'll have Michael McDermott. He's going to be sworn in by his mom, Kathy McDermott.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Michael McDermott,
I, Michael McDermott,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the policies and procedures of the Westland City Council,
the policies and procedures of the Westland City Council,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of a City Council member
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of City Council member
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So, in case you're wondering why they wrote this script out, it's because I'm long-winded, so they had to keep me short. Otherwise, you'd be swearing me in for the next hour. So if you want, get your stopwatches out, and you can time me for how long I go. But truly, first off, I want to thank my mom and thank my dad who are in the audience today. Without them, without their guidance and their tutelage and their mentorship and their love as my parents, I would not be here. So I want to thank my mom and dad. I love them truly. I also want to thank all of the 84,000 people in Westland. And while I recognize that not that many people voted You all are who we're all here to serve as council members, as mayor, and as elected officials. And for those individuals that did vote for me, thank you for your unwavering support. Thank you for bubbling in my name on a ballot and taking a chance on me. And for those that didn't vote for me and voted for somebody else, I'm going to work just as hard for you as well. I'm still here to listen to your ideas, your concerns, and acknowledge what is important to you, as we all are. I want to take some time to thank those individuals who supported me during the election as well. Some of you are in the audience, some are not. I want to thank our mayor, Kevin Coleman, who was a big supporter of mine during the election. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that support. I want to thank our former mayor, Mayor Londo, who also supported me during this past election. I want to thank my colleagues on council who supported me, Council President Hart, Council President Pro Tem Rakowski, Councilwoman Sampe, Councilman Hersberg, Councilman Godbout. I want to thank our city clerk, Richard LeBlanc, for his support, our state representative, Dylan Wagella, our county commissioner, Glenn Anderson, and all the other elected officials who supported me. But most of all, I do want to humbly and sincerely thank the voters of Westland, because without you, none of us would really be here, and you all are who we're here to serve and work for. I reference this quote quite a bit, and I try to do my best as an elected official to live by it, and honestly and earnestly, sometimes I fail at that. But Franklin Delano Roosevelt said before his inauguration that the test of our progress is not whether we take care of those who have much, but whether we take care of those and look after who have too little. And I firmly believe, even if I don't always live by it, that that is our role in government. It is to help people during their time of need. It is to lift marginalized communities up. It is to give everybody a voice, to be inclusive, to make sure that everybody is heard, whether you are black or brown, gay, straight, trans, bi, whether you are an immigrant to this country, as many of us are, or many of our families are, or whether you've been here for generations, whether you're a religious or ethnic minority, or whether you are a part of the majority. We are here to take care of you. Government's role is to take care of you during your time of need, to ensure that basic human fundamental rights are being met. Housing, transportation, education, healthcare, equitable public safety. All of these things and so much more are basic human rights that we are here to serve you with and to ensure that are taken care of. So it is a true honor to serve you all here in Westland. It will be an honor to serve you for the next 4 years. As always, I want to be open and accessible and transparent. You can still get a hold of me on my cell phone at 734-890-2146. And I promise, if I do nothing else, to be a little less long-winded this year. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for coming out tonight. And everybody knows the Lions were robbed on Saturday.
Indeed they were, Councilman. Indeed they were. All right. This time, I'd like to ask re-elected Councilwoman Andrea Rakowski to join me on the stage. Swearing her in will be our longtime Westland Municipal Judge, Sandra Ference Cicerelli.
I just want to take a moment also to thank Andrea for asking me to swear her in. Having served in all three branches of government, I know what an obligation it is, and I know that she is, as she has in the past, she will continue to support all of the residents of our city and do an excellent job at it. So thank you, Andrea. Thank you. And if you're ready, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I, Andrea Rakowski,
I, Andrea Rutkowski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the policies and procedures of the Westland City Council,
the policies and procedures of the Westland City Council,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of City Council member
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of City Council member
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Good evening. Thank you, Your Honor, Judge Sandra Farron-Cicerelli, for doing me the greatest honor of swearing me in this evening for my second term, serving the residents of the City of Westland. Thank you to the city events team and the clerk's office for putting on such a wonderful evening to recognize a historic day in our city. Congratulations to my re-elected and newly elected colleagues, to our city clerk, and to Mayor Coleman as well. As I was deciding which of my family Bibles to bring tonight to be sworn in, I made what could have be considered an epic mistake because I opened it. And inside this holds funeral cards and letters and mementos. And as I was sitting and reflecting on what I wanted to say, I had to reapply my makeup. Ugly tears aren't great for the camera. But I was struck by this little wooden box that my dad got anytime someone passed as a UAW member, and there's a beautiful Bible, and you can choose, which delineation of faith you want. And so I think we have the entire collection in our home. But inside of here includes the people that can't be here with me today and can't enjoy earthly celebrations with me anymore. And so to be able to bring them, a token of them, to share in this day with me was something very important. But with that being said, I want to thank my family that is here. So to my husband and son, thank you for your love and unwavering support. To my mom, who couldn't be here this evening, she's on the mend, and I got the greatest Christmas gift of my life by having my mom. It's much better than having to plan a funeral. If I've ever had a chance to make your day better, it's been my pleasure. And for the opportunity to continue to serve all of you is a great honor. I am internally grateful for all the people who have left footprints on my heart, taught me great lessons of ethics and morals and values through their triumphs and their sorrows. As I reflect on a box of memories, a new year has begun here in the City of Westland, and let's reflect on what we've done well and continue to do those things well. And let's look at the things that need to be improved and make those improvements. So in 2024, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you health, wealth, and happiness. And I know that there is nothing we can't accomplish in this city if we do it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. The last of the swearings in for City Council will be Melissa Sampe. Melissa is going to be sworn in today by former Mayor Michael Londo.
I won't use my privilege and talk forever. I just want to say thank you, everybody in the room, for being here tonight. I know how important it is for them to be here. Congratulations to the new mayor and all the council members and the city clerk for being elected as well. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without looking because I've done this once or twice. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Melissa Sampe,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the rules and regulations of the Westland City Council,
the rules and regulations of the Westland City Council,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of City Councilwoman,
and I will faithfully perform the duties of City Councilwoman
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think everyone knows what this means. Oh, goodness sake, she's going to talk a lot. I'll try to keep it condense. But Happy New Year, everyone. Beautiful evening. It's really amazing to see smiling faces. I know this evening is very special for many people. Congratulations to my newly elected colleague, my colleagues that I've been working with, to Mayor, and everyone that is here tonight. I really appreciate, like I said, everyone showing out. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude, a deep sense of responsibility as I begin my second term as a city council member. But before I get into the remarks, I just want to say a few thank yous. First and foremost, I want to express my sincere appreciation to the residents of Westland for re-electing me to this very important position. Your continued trust in me and support means the world, and I'm committed to serving our community with integrity, dedication, and relentless drive to make positive changes here in Westland. To my husband, Brian, who's here tonight, I know that he has never signed up for this journey. Sometimes my stress becomes his stress, but I appreciate your patience with me in taking resident phone calls, adjusting our dinner schedules, and attending events that you might not want to attend. So I'm very grateful for that. To my son, Gavin, and my stepdaughter, who is actually homesick, I am very thankful for your understanding that Mom is always busy. There's a lot of things that I miss because I'm at meetings or important events, and as a mom, you know, I appreciate you jumping on this journey with me, and we have learned a lot together. They're truly my inspiration, and I hope that I've set a good example to you and your sister that nothing is impossible, and hard work and preservation and never giving up on your dreams can happen. To my parents, my brother Brian, I'm sure he'd be giving you all hugs if he was here. I could have never done this journey without you. My mom and dad are my biggest cheerleaders, and you probably have seen them at many events in the city because they're always with me. I really appreciate you both, and again, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. To my friends and family that are here tonight, my mother-in-law, my aunt, my cousins, my friends that are in the audience as well, whether you volunteered in my campaign, you've listened to me vent, you've cried with me, perhaps you donated, you supported me walking, it means so much, and I greatly appreciate all of you that are in the room. To the 14 unions and civic organizations who endorsed and supported me on my campaign, including the Westland Police and Fire unions, I am humbly supported, and I am honored that I've earned your trust, and I look forward to making Westland a beautiful place. And to former Mayor Londo for swearing me in tonight. In 2021, you recognized something in me that I didn't see in myself. I enjoyed watching you lead our city because you brought a lot of passion and energy, and you're truly one of a kind. You stepped into the position in January of 2023 with no hesitation and bravery, and you gave every ounce of yourself, and I can't thank you enough for your leadership as Westland's 9th mayor. Lastly, to Clerk LeBlanc, Shannon, Deputy Clerk Shannon Inman, and members of the administration, thank you so much for putting this evening together. Each and every one of you works so hard daily to make our city the best place it can be, and I truly am proud to be a part of this city with you. Now those are out of the way, I'm gonna just give a couple very quick remarks. People often wonder why those in public service choose to do what they do, especially when their lives are constantly under public scrutiny, and they often face criticism. While I'm not one that's motivated by awards or recognitions, nor do I seek to elevate myself above others. My purpose in this position is to bring forward stories of our residents and ensure their voices are heard. I strive to create positive change, build connections with people, and instill trust in our government. I am committed to making a genuine difference and contributing in my own way to make the world a better place. Ultimately, the most gratifying recognition is when someone comes up to you and to say, thank you for your help, and thank you for supporting me, and thank you for making a difference. As the list goes on, and I can talk about accomplishments that we've accomplished together, I look forward to our future and what we can accomplish. We must continue to focus on public safety, economic development, and parks and recreation. As someone who has significant experience in 2 out of the 3, I hope to work closely with Kyle and Alex to elevate our city and closely with our fire and police unions. As we embark on this new term, I'm energized and determined to advance our shared vision for Westland. I believe that working closely together, embracing innovation, and listening to diverse voices will bring us together for a brighter community. I encourage each and every one of you to join me in this journey, share your ideas, and to actively participate in the growth and prosperity of our city. Let us move forward together with courage, determination, and a shared commitment for shaping the future and Westland. As Nelson Mandela once said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Together, we will turn the impossible into reality. Thank you, and let's make history together. Wishing you all a happy, healthy, and fabulous 2024, and God bless you all. Sorry I went long.
Thank you, Councilwoman. All right, so there is one more. Despite what you may have thought, the last of the oaths is for the city clerk. So at this point, I'm going to ask three people that are pretty special to me to come on up. My wife, Cheryl, our eldest son, Rick, and my grandson, Richie, who just cannot wait for this to get going. So come on up. All right. Richie?
Grandpa, please raise your right hand and recite the oath.
Pretty darn good. I can do that. I, Richard LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Michigan, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland, and that I will faithfully perform the duties of City Clerk to the best of my ability, so help me God. All right. I think the grandson did a pretty darn good job there. Yeah. Thank you, Richie. So as I get into these comments, I'll tell you that yesterday around the kitchen table, we actually talked about today a little bit. Now, there was only the four of us in our house because the balance of our family is some are out of state, others are out of the country, but they're all in warm places, which is actually pretty cool. But we were talking about it, and the observation was made that there's going to be 3 Richard LeBlancs on the stage at the same time. And how scary is that? One of them is the clerk. One of them never wants to be the clerk. And the third one said, when I get old enough to vote, I'll think about it. So, way to go, Richie. All right. So, Cheryl's Bible has been used for the swearing-ins that I've been privileged to have 12 times. And 12 times. When Lori and Debbie, Cheryl's sisters, came to the office right before the event, Lori saw Cheryl holding that Bible, and she said, is that the Bible we got when we were kids? And Cheryl said, yeah. You know, back in the day, you know, the churches gave everyone a Bible, and she still has it today, which is pretty awesome. You know, our trust in God helps us, in my opinion, in public service. But there's also several other people that deserve thanks for helping me to continue my service as your city clerk, the 9th city clerk. First, the residents of Westland. I have sincere appreciation. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but the privilege of serving for 12 terms of office is pretty impressive, and I am really a fortunate guy. Our clerk staff, one of them is here with me today, Deputy Clerk Shannon Inman. We also have in our office 4 other people, Deanne Richter, Donna DeWinter, we have Lori O'Callahan, and Aikita White. And the interesting thing about that is that in our small department, we all live in Westland. And not all departments can say that because they're not required to, but I think it's pretty cool. They really have the pulse of Westland at heart when they do a job for you folks and others. You know, they keep us going, and heck, they keep our office functioning. So thank you to Team Clerk. But also my family. You know, I mentioned that I have a couple of sister-in-laws here. I have my wife, my son, my grandson. You know, all the others are here in spirit. But again, I'm jealous. They're in a warmer place. Their timing was so-so, I guess. But those of us that are elected, and I actually see a couple people in the audience that want to be elected. I'd say that if you don't have family, you can't have it. It's not going to work. But when you do, it does work. So I'm going to be done with all that. And in conclusion, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing me to serve. And at this time, I'd ask for closing remarks from our mayor, Kevin Coleman.
Well, good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to thank our city clerk, Richard LeBlanc, for emceeing the ceremony tonight. This is certainly a special moment, not just for those who are starting new terms and being sworn in, but their families, their friends, their supporters, but most of all, the citizens, the residents of our city who depend on you to work hard, represent them, speak up for them, lead with passion. I know you'll do that. And I'll tell you, Councilwoman Baumann, she said something that kind of took me back in time a little bit, back to when I was first sworn in at our former city hall 10 years ago, back in 2014, as a councilman. And, you know, you said you were nervous, and I'm going to confess I was nervous too. But I listened, I worked hard, I gave it my all, and I know you're going to do that too. But I got a little different from tonight. I got a little help from Mother Nature, because 10 years ago when this happened, there was a blizzard that night. And there was about 4, 5, or 6 people. I know it wasn't more than 6 people in the entire room. And so people saw pictures of my swearing in, and they thought that was your private swearing. And I said, no, there was basically nobody there. But you know, it's really something special. I want to congratulate everybody who was elected or re-elected. I know you'll work hard. I know you'll do your best for the betterment of everybody here in our city. It takes a lot of grit and guts to run for office. But I want to wish you the best. I want to work with you as a partner. And thanks everybody for being here. Congratulations. Good night.
Thank you, Mayor. I remember also 8 years ago, we also had one of those blizzards. And we had some guests here that drove from Chicago, which was pretty cool. All of us live a little closer. There's no snow, no ice. I like this way better. Anyway, we are nearing the end of this ceremony. And again, I ask those who can to please rise as we ask the Westland Police Honor Guard to retire the colors.
Forward, march. Detail. Right. Face. Present. Arms. Order. Arms. Detail. Recover. Colors left. March. Forward. March. Left, 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 right.
We really are pretty lucky to have these folks do work for us. How about another round of appreciation? This ceremony is now concluded. I'd ask that you consider staying. We have refreshments to the right. Thank you all for being here. See you in 2 years.